freestyle. Run it back, run it back. Run it back, hit the like button. You know I'm nice. Check it. This is for y'all. Yo, I'm beating my chest like I'm King Kong. Who's next? Play the b-ball, man. I'm the greatest. I'm shooting in the ball. Come on, get on this thing. The microphone, man. Ring a ding ding. Oh, it's my shorty ringing at me. My wifey stinging like a bee through the freaking bee like Muhammad Ali. Chin check it, rearrange the place. I'm running that place. Going to the human layer. Man, I see you later. Peeling off in the Hellcat. Come on, baby. Yo, I'm smashing, I'm dashing, I'm going on the rampage. I'm mentally insane, I'm breaking it like carrots. You know who's behind this? Hey, it's the best lyricist. Kicking my feet up, I'm bossed up, don't push your luck. Pulling up in the big Tonka truck, you know what's up. Like I'm King Kong, who's next? Play the b-ball, man, I'm the greatest. I'm shooting in the ball. Come on, get on this thing, man, the microphone, man. Ring a ding ding, oh, it's my shorty ringing at me, my wifey. Singing like a bee through the freaking bee like Muhammad Ali. Chin check, you rearrange the place. Who's running that place? Hey!
My mama always told me I'm allergic to the fake. That's why I can look you in your ass and tell you ain't. I'm from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But she could pop it and drop it right in your bank account. I be like, what you heard, your body's out of control. The rap, then African gold. St. Jules on my chest, got my foot on your neck. Look, I don't play by mine. What you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. If he ain't paying rent, he ain't doing shit. Now drop it to the floor and let him know that you a real bad nigga. My mama always told me I'm allergic to the fake. That's why I can look you in your ass and tell you ain't. I'm from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But she could pop it and drop it right in your bank account. I be like, what you heard, your body's out of control. The rap, then African gold. St. Jules on my chest, got my foot on your neck. Look, I don't play by mine. What you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. If he ain't paying rent, he ain't doing shit. Now drop it to the floor and let him know that you a real bad. Now pick it up, look at the way that you talking. I'ma talk back and I'ma walk. You heard that body's out of control. Rap, diamonds and gold. And she gon' rain champagne like she just won a game. Look, I don't play about mine. What the fuck you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Look at the way that talking. I'ma talk back and now pick it up. Look at the way that talking. I'ma talk back and I'ma walk it. You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? My mama always told me I'm allergic to the fake. That's why I can look in your ass and tell you ain't. I'm from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But she could pop it and drop it right in your bank account. I be like, what you heard, your body's out of control. The rap, then African gold. St. Jules on my chest, got my foot on your neck. Look, I don't play by mine. What you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. If ain't paying rent, he ain't doing shit. Now drop it to the floor and let him know that you a real bad bitch. Now pick it up, look at the way that you talking. I'ma talk back in the I'ma want you heard. That body's out of control. Rap, diamonds and gold. And she gon' rain champagne like she just won a game. Look, baby, play Batman. What the fuck you say about now? You know I'm big steppin' walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like,
up, y'all. Oh shoot, bro. What's up, Oh God, I can't, bro. Oh man, I needed that laugh. Oh God, I can't. I can't even talk right now, bro. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again, man, with another edition of the show. So if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. If you love all the latest in gaming and technology, man, this is the place to be. The hype is real. We got some massive topics to go over and talk about today. So, hey, if you love all that, if you love what we're going to be talking about, we're going to be chilling and rocking for the next 2 hours. So buckle up, grab you some water. You know what I'm saying? Get you something to eat. Kick your feet up, bossed up, all that good stuff. Yeah, man, we in the build. We in the building, you feel me? All right. So we got a couple things that we got to talk about. GTA 6. Come on, you should know this, bro. You should know this. GTA 6. We're going to be talking about today. PS5 Pro, 60 FPS. There's some details. We're getting a new report that is coming out here from someone who apparently have gotten some things right before. So we'll see on this one. And this is something that me and Mark has talked about. And there were also an article apparently from a developer that was pretty much talking about, like, you know, GTA 6, you know, being able to run at 60 FPS on current gen consoles. But we'll talk more about that one here. We also have Ghost of Yotei, Sucker Punch. We have an update on that for you guys today. And yeah, something very, very important from Sucker Punch. And we're going to be talking about it because, man, one of the greatest things I do love about Sony first party studios is how their attention to detail and how some of Sony studios like to just focus on one project at a time, which I think is pretty significant, especially when you're not a large studio to begin with. And it's always good to basically kind of dial in on one specific project at a time. And that way you can give it your undivided attention. That's one of the things that I do love about Naughty Dog, even though Naughty Dog is probably one of the bigger Sony studios, and the fact that they have a big enough, you know, team that they can split up and have, you know, multiple teams working on multiple projects. But the game that I'm really, really excited about, which obviously now we've been talking about a lot of PlayStation 6 stuff as of late, because recently we know Mark Cerny sat down with the senior vice president of AMD and talking about Project Amethyst and PlayStation 6 without even coming out saying PlayStation 6. We know that's what it's going to be for, and the improvements there. And when it comes to like ray tracing and path tracing and, you know, the Radiance cores and things of that nature and less resources, that's no more heavy resourcing on the CPU and the GPU now. So the CPU and the GPU are going to be able to work cohesively, which I think is very, very exciting. And so, yeah, with all that talk and stuff like that, I mean, a lot of these games from Sony first party studios that are currently in development right now, it's very exciting because on top of, if we don't get to see the games now. We know PlayStation 6 is around the corner, whether it's 2027 or 2028. Now we're actually hearing reports that they're both are going to be coming out at around the same time. So at first we heard, oh, Microsoft is going to go first, you know, with their next generation Xbox, and now it seems like it's going to be, you know, both PS6 and the next Xbox. And so you already know I'm grabbing both of them, supporting our industry. I'm getting both. You know how we roll. You know how we get down. We're going to get both of them. We're going to review them. We're going to make content with them, God's willing. You know what it is. We don't show favoritism around here. We just state what the facts are and let the ball roll the way it is. So there's that. But let's get back on track. So yeah, the reason why I even want to talk about the PlayStation 6 is because, well, if you kind of look at Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, a lot of people are now just starting to like kind of, you know, pay attention a little bit more to some of the games that are still in the oven, like Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. We know Wolverine, hopefully Wolverine, no delays, but I think Wolverine and Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet are going to be two of the biggest that we know of so far, two of the biggest titles for the PlayStation 5, and could potentially be the last swan song for the PlayStation 5. I do know that there are more games that are still in development, some of which that we heard rumors about. Oh, the next God of War, which I think that's going to just be a cross-gen PlayStation 6 game, the next mainline God of War. Oh, belated birthday to Christopher Judge. Boy. So there's that one. Turn that big 61. Shout outs to Kratos. You're an old man now. You're a certified old man, Kratos. What did you say, boy? Sorry, Kratos. I didn't mean to startle you, man. Sorry. So, but yeah. So when it comes to Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, I'm going to tell you right now. Like, that's a game that I feel like is really going to show you what the PlayStation 5 can do and what the PlayStation 6 is going to do. And I have a strong feeling, because one of the beautiful things about Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog, well, I love the fact that they actually stepped away from The Last of Us Part 2. I think he stepped away from Season 2, you know, to kind of focus on Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. And that's a game that I am hoping to God that we get to see gameplay. And one would kind of really think that next year would probably be the time that we're going to see gameplay for Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. But yo, I'm telling you, that game is going to blow minds. And I do also think that, yeah, it's going to probably be a cross-generation game. I think it's going to be a 2027 game. And let's just say, because we're hearing that according to Moore's Law is dead, he said that he obtained, you know, paperwork stating that, you know, PlayStation 6 are going to be in early production in early 2027, yada, yada, yada. So if that's true, we'll see. But nevertheless, that's going to be a game that's going to show you what PS5 Pro can do, and the PS5 as well as PlayStation 6. And it's exciting about PlayStation 6 because everything that Mark Cerny talked about is about to be even sicker, because you're talking about ray tracing, path tracing, less restrictions on the CPU and the GPU. Oh my God. So in other words, monster. In other words, let it rip. You know, that's like you having, let me put it to you like this right quick. Let me just kind of simplify it for you, car terms, because I love cars. So, and I love working on cars. So just think of you having a bad catalytic converter, right? It's clogged and stuff like that. Engine can't breathe, you know what I mean? Like all that exhaust, you know, all that stuff from the combustion chamber, everything has to come out through the actual tailpipe. And if the catalytic converter is clogged, then, or if it's starting to get clogged, then cars is not going to be running right until you actually repair that. Check engine light's going to start coming out, coming on your dash. Car is going to run a little rich, stuff like that. But same thing with the PlayStation 5 Pro and the PlayStation 5, and then also the PlayStation 6. PlayStation 6, all new CAT system, you know what I mean? No restrictions. Probably just call it straight pipe. Literal straight pipe. No more catalytic converters. Remember what I told you guys, 3 lanes up and 3 lanes down. So no restrictions. You developers are going to be able to do whatever they want to do. You're going to have more RAM, better CPU, and better GPU. So I'm kind of wondering what developers are, the excuses third-party developers are going to make. But I know Sony first-party developers, oh my God. And then we just talked about how the War Thunder developer recently, I did talk about this, that he said, hey, look, it is possible on PlayStation 5 Pro, which I told you guys from the get-go that the PS5 Pro is just an appetizer, it's just a taste of what the PlayStation 6 is going to be bringing to the actual table. And so the fact that he's saying that, listen, path tracing is possible on PS5 Pro, depending on how or what developer is actually, coding and developing the particular game, it's absolutely bananas. So think about those things when you think about games like GTA 6. I mean, it's only making sense because we've heard the rumors and the stories about how, Sony engineers is helping out with Rockstar, with GTA 6. I mean, it just makes perfect sense because if you have a machine like the PlayStation 5 Pro and you are pushing more and more towards PlayStation 6, right? Let's talk about another 2 years at best. Come on. If I was Sony, and this is why this whole 60 FPS thing makes sense. If I was Sony right now, right? And I'm trying to get over 100 million plus sold units. Yo, that's a very good way right there. Because I'm telling you, GTA 6 is going to move units. And especially when people find out that GTA 6 is running its best on PlayStation 5 Pro, that's going to move more PS5 Pros like nobody's tomorrow. Because the hardcore fans who actually love GTA just to love GTA. I'm talking about the hardcore of hardcore GTA fans. You know who you are. You eat, breathe, and sleep and dream about GTA 6 and eat, or not even just about GTA 6, but GTA. You're going to want the best performance possible. You see what I'm saying? That's available. It's not going to be available on PC. And if the PS5 Pro is going to be that specific machine, then I am telling you, even though PlayStation 6 is right around the corner, some people are not going to wait. Some people are going to be like, okay, I can wait for PlayStation 6 and play it on my PlayStation 6, but me, I'm not waiting 2 years. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting till end of 2027, possibly 2028 to play GTA 6. No, I want to play GTA 6 day one. God spirit my life, I want to play it day one. As a gamer, as a hardcore gamer, you want that day one experience. And that's why I try to tell you guys that if I was Sony, if I was Mark Cerny and the team, I would do everything in my power because you know what you're up against. The odds are up against you. You know the restrictions of the CPU and you know what's going on, the limitations there. But there's always workarounds. We have seen it countless times with games that are heavy simulation intensive. Like, for instance, Space Marine 2 is one of those prime example games. And obviously we are going to be having Flight Simulator as well for PS5 and also PS5 Pro. And let's just say, games like Flight Simulator and Space Marine 2 are heavy simulation games, And also, like I said, there's even more games that we can sit here and talk about that are hitting the CPU hard, hammering the CPU. And this is why I'm very, very much so excited about what Sony and Mark Cerny is going to be able to do with the PlayStation 6. We're going to have higher clock speeds, higher frequencies. We're going to have a much more beefier CPU that's going to stand the test of time, especially when it comes to like the first party games and everything, because let's keep it $150 here. That's where the PS6 is truly going to shine when it comes to first party games. I cannot wait for the next God of War to see the jump from PS5 to PlayStation 6 and with what we're hearing so far. So very exciting stuff. Not only that, but with the upscaling technology and the way how AI is right now, it's absolutely bananas. Guys, when you sit down and think about, you look at PSSR, and obviously we're supposed to be getting a major update early next year, which I think is definitely going to have some significant implications on what we're going to be seeing next not just from Sony, but also from these second and third party developers as well, which we're going to talk about FF Part 3, because I know a lot of you guys are pretty much excited about FF Part 3. You're excited about Kingdom Hearts 4. That's also another game that I think is going to be mind-blowing, to say the least. I know a lot of you guys are excited about Kingdom Hearts 4 as well.
When GTA 6 was first mentioned, I've always said that 60 FPS was a huge selling point, especially with the TV tech we have now. Rockstar knows this.
Listen, Mark, listen. This is why I love you, my brother. That's why I love you. Listen, you know, and all roads point to a 60 FPS target. It makes sense. Forget about the rumors and the speculation. I firmly believe, I don't need a developer to tell me that. I firmly believe with what the technology that we have now, with AI so relevant more than ever, right? I'm telling you, AI can make anything happen, bro. I mean, come on, guys. We sleeping today. Wake up. If you're sleeping, wake up. You see what I'm saying? It ain't time for you to be asleep right now. But hear me loudly and clearly. I love y'all. You freaking know. You Rockstar knows. Sony freaking knows, right? That, hey, look, 60 FPS. Because who wants, I'm just saying, who wants to play GTA 6 at 30? Not me. And most people, the casuals, they're still going to buy GTA 6 regardless if it's 30 or 60. But I'm just saying, the target audience for PlayStation 5 Pro is what? The hardcores of hardcores. The people that want the most out of their machines. The people that want the best of the best is the Pro. So therefore, it's kind of like, okay, with the new PSSR update that's supposed to be sharing the same algorithm as FSR 4, right? That alone right there is bananas, because AMD, I think, did a phenomenal job with the 90 series cards. This time around, I bought the 9070 XT card and reviewed on the channel for you guys. And I showed y'all gameplay when I had the card months ago. And I showed you the quality. Don't act like you guys don't remember. I showed you the quality because we don't play favoritism. I am not an NVIDIA fanboy. If we can afford to get both NVIDIA and AMD cards here, we show you guys what the differences are. And I'm telling you right now, FSR 4 is mwah, chef kiss. And so with that being said, if the next PSSR major update is going to be using the same algorithm as FSR 4, I can only imagine when Rockstar Games gets a hold of that, because they're working on it right now. I'm telling you, they're buttering up GTA 6 right now. So I can only imagine how GTA 6 is going to look and how it's going to play on the PlayStation 5 Pro. We have seen the PS5 Pro pull ahead with games like Cyberpunk 2077, high freaking frame rates, almost up to 100 FPS with all the bells and whistles turned on. So, and I know Cyberpunk is an older game, but still, that game to this day, every single time when we get new CPUs, new GPUs, motherboards, stuff like that, a new build, somebody building a new rig or whatever, they go to Cyberpunk. They go to Cyberpunk to show off what their machines can do or what the latest piece of tech can do. When GTA 6 comes out, get away, Fly. Get away, Cyberpunk. A new kid is on the block right now. It's GTA 6, son. GTA 6 is going to be the new benchmark game. See, like RDR2, people go back to RDR2 to show what their newest rig can do and how it can run the game. It's going to be, can you imagine when GTA 6 becomes the norm and developers and publishers, you know, let me just say this real quick. I really hope by the time GTA 6 comes out that it really pushes our industry forward in a way where I would say changes the mindset of a lot of these developers. I want a lot of these developers to go harder, bro. Go freaking harder. Push these systems. There's not, you guys know what I'm saying to be true too. There's not a lot of developers out there that are really pushing these machines. Some of them come up and make up all kind of excuses and this and that and drivers this and restart your game and sorry for the friction and all the shenanigans when you should be taking full responsibility. And mind's eye, I see you with my left eye. You know what I'm saying? Like all the Dragon's Dogma 2, all these games, Silent Hill 2 remake, all the sloppiness, you know what I mean? Like, and the laziness. Like, I really hope that GTA 6 can basically push forward the industry, man, and get a lot of these developers to change their hearts and change their minds, because we're paying top dollar. And we already hearing reports that PlayStation 6 ain't fixing to be cheap. It's going to be double what we're paying now, apparently. So it's going to be expensive. And if real world events continues to happen, guys, we're going to pay a pretty penny. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Carlo, my brother, appreciate you. So hear me and hear me loudly and clearly right now. Like, we're in a time where things and times are changing, guys, right? And I really hope by the time we get to PlayStation 6, by the time we get to all this new hardware and new AI and new technology, obviously you see Microsoft right now, they're trying to push into more AI more than ever. Oh, let's do more AI, do more AI, do more AI. Why? Because, hey, AI is a lot more easier for these companies to work with and to cut costs and to have less overhead and things of that nature. And also on top of that, a quick turnaround time when it comes to our games, because people are getting sick and tired of waiting 6 and 7 and 8 years. How would you like to see games like GTA 7 potentially in the future, instead of 12 years, 13, 14, 15 years, comes out in a couple years, right? A year or two, boom, game's done. Everybody, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody happy. Yeah, I would like to see that. It's a gift and a curse, because I definitely do want developers who went to school for programming, for game design and stuff like that, to keep, making the games that we want to play. But man, we just been having a lot of developers in the industry as of late just slipping like an old transmission, bro. Like, they're not really as focused or as passionate like they used to be. And so with that being said, man, the question is, like, can these developers do their job? Because truth be told, guys, I'm going to be honest with y'all boys. You know what I mean? It's going to be the same doggone thing. You feel me? It's going to be the same thing. The same issues that we are dealing with right now. Come on, you should know this. From past situations. We're going to get games that's going to run like garbage on PS6. We're going to get games that's going to run like trash on the Magnus, on the next Xbox. Like, it's just the way it is. You can have the most powerful hardware in the world. You know what I mean? Microsoft is a living embodiment of this. They're a living testimony of this. Like, you can have the world's most powerful console and still lose the race. You see what I'm saying? Because you could be running a race and you could be powerful and you might have stamina and everything like that. But hey, man, you got to have some speed too. You see what I'm saying? You got to have some speed, because you could be powerful and all that. But hey, if you can't move as fast as the next man, hey, you're going to get left. So I say all this to say this, man. I really, really hope by the time GTA 6 comes out, PlayStation 6 comes out, we can start to see a better quality in our games and in our experiences that we love and care about so much. So there's that one. On top of that too, I want to highlight Bluepoint Games new game. I'm excited about Bluepoint Games, man, because after obviously the cancellation with all the live service shenanigans, and we heard, rumors about them working on a specific game that, it's just like, hey, it is what it is at this point, right? But hey, working on something new is very exciting. Also, too, we're going to talk about Arrowhead pushes back Helldivers 2 updates for a reason, which we're going to highlight that as well for you guys. So hit that like button for me, guys. If you do enjoy these shows, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dig right off into the main topic. And yeah, hit that subscribe button at any point. We get the quick intro out the way, and we're going to get started. So check this out. At any point during the show, please hit that like button. If you do enjoy what we do here, hit that share button. If you do want to go above and beyond, we're 100% fan funded. And you guys are the engine of this channel. And so if you do want to feel led to support the movement, do so by checking out my man Goku in the description. He's back. Or check out my man Kratos by giving some gifted sub. We have an end of the year goal here to get to 1,000 members. We've been giving away tons of games so far. And we have more giveaways coming up. We have about another $150 worth of giveaway to hand back to you guys. So if you feel led and you want to support the movement, hit that join button, man. Join the cause. You know what it is. You know what it was. You know what it's going to be. Yeah, man. Let's get that. Let's get it going. All right. So let's get right into it. I hope all is well with everyone. Happy New Week. Yesterday was y'all's Monday, so I'm going to say happy Monday to you guys, even though it's Tuesday. All right, let's get it. All right, so GTA 6. And this is a game that I am so hype about. Can't wait for trailer 3. I think trailer 3 is going to blow us away, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be generally excited. Okay. Now, why are we talking about GTA 6 today? I'm glad you guys asked the question because here we go. Okay. And so with that being said, this is coming from gamingbible.com. Okay. It says right here, GTA 6 60 FPS confirmed for just one console, and gamers are torn. Not good. Okay. So this was typed up by Sam Cowley, and basically it says GTA 6 is on track to be another technological marvel from Rockstar Games, though I am still skeptical of it being better than Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, come on, get boy. Red Dead Redemption 2 worked well because of how open the world truly was. So it will be interesting to see how Rockstar's next gen or new gen release fares, being a more densely packed environment. And so with that being said, if you are worried the frame rate and visuals will take a hit, though you can probably calm down as, oh boy, apparently, the game will run at a smooth 60 FPS on what? Certain hardware. Oh, Marlon, certain hardware. What's the certain hardware? I'm glad you asked. As said, the PlayStation 5 Pro will be the optimal way to play GTA 6 at launch. So, if you haven't got one yet, perhaps that's all you need to consider upgrading. Oh boy. This comes from Detective Seeds on X, who says, quote, GTA 6 has been and continues to hit 60 FPS while being optimized for the PlayStation 5 Pro on multiple graphical settings. Whoa. PS engineers are assisting with the optimization due to the new tech being implemented and rolled out with a current target of May 2026, which I do believe is probably going to get delayed. Now, the post continued. They are also assisting on several other Rockstar titles that are rolling out in the near future. Pre-PS5 Pro 2026 update, which we just finished talking about, okay? As of right now, 60 FPS is being achieved on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Only this could obviously change before release. So, I thought y'all would be more engaged into this one. So, If this report is to be believed, GTA 6 being the only machine, apparently, that can run GTA 6 at 60 frames per second, I guess I'm 50-50 on it, because I'm like, well, if PS5 Pro is 60, then that would mean base PS5 is 30. But there's also going to be multiple graphical modes or settings, which mean there could be a huge possibility that the base PS5 is probably going to be running at 40 FPS. Maybe. We'll see. It's kind of too early to tell. But my rule of thumb is, hey, if the base PS5 can hit, say, 60, then, hey, PS5 Pro is going to hit 60. But if it's 30 on base PS5, then, hey, PS5 Pro is going to go even higher than that, because obviously 30 FPS being that baseline. And with this new tech, which we talked about numerous times, and the reports are saying that is going to be coming out Q1 of next year, that's definitely going to also help to do some of the heavy lifting. And so, with that being said, make sure you guys are listening up here. As of right now, 60 FPS is being achieved on the PlayStation 5 Pro only. This could obviously change before release. It is anticipated that GTA 6 will have multiple graphical options. Are you surprised? On the PlayStation 5 Pro on release. I'm not surprised. But I can almost guarantee you, whether it's fidelity, performance, there's going to be a pro mode. There's going to be a pro mode, and that pro mode is going to have RT. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet on it. I'm willing to bet. Just like Ghost of Yotei, where just like Stellar Blade and all these other games. Because here's the thing, and this is why I love Mark Cerny and the engineer that went behind the PS5 Pro, is that a lot of gamers, this entire generation, look it up if you think I'm lying, a lot of gamers choose between, obviously, fidelity and performance. A lot more people choose performance because they want that buttery smooth 60 FPS. I'm one of them, okay? And so, hence where the PS5 Pro comes in. Like Spider-Man, like my man Tobey Maguire on Spider-Man 2. This is cringe. Okay, what did we just do? We just grabbed freaking fidelity and performance mode. Smack it together like bologna sandwich. All right, there you go. Now you can eat. And you got a pro mode, right? So you basically having the best of both worlds together. And that's what I'm expecting when it comes to GTA 6 running on the PlayStation 5 Pro. And ray tracing is going to be absolutely a cherry on top. You don't believe me? I'm telling. Listen, ray tracing being done. Oh, you know what I can see right now? Okay, let me prophesy to y'all after we finish reading this. You know what? Let me prophesy now before I forget what I'm saying. Listen, I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, boy. I could be wrong. But what I see in my crystal ball, what I see in my crystal ball is we're gonna get ray tracing, all right? The advanced ray tracing capabilities of PS5 Pro with GTA 6 on PS5 Pro. And then by the time, oh my God, by the time we get to the PlayStation 6, we're going to get GTA 6 Enhanced Edition for PlayStation 6. We're going to get path tracing for the first time in real time. Bro, hold on. I got to play the hype song. Like, y'all sleeping today, bro. I'm prophesying to you boys right now. Church is in session right now. I'm just doing a prophecy that I see. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, we'll come back to the stream and say, Marlon, you're wrong. And I'll take it like I'm mad.
Hey, this is for all them PS5
Boys out there, man, y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype. Listen, get hype. Listen, okay? Pay attention to what I'm saying. I feel, I have goosebumps right now. I feel that GTA 6 is going to run on PlayStation 5 Pro with that RT. All right? Right at that 60 FPS. Right? And and by the time we get to PlayStation 6, bro, heads are going to roll. Because when we get to PlayStation 6 and we get to that GTA 6 Enhanced Edition, for the first time ever in gaming history, in gaming console history, you hear what I'm saying? We're going to get path tracing and ray tracing running on a console in real time with GTA 6. Obviously, there might be games before GTA 6 Enhanced Edition happens, but holy freaking cow. Oh my God. And then the next Xbox, let's not forget about the next Xbox, because Magnus is supposed to be more powerful than the PlayStation 6. We will see when the final specs are going to be revealed. And that beast, the next Xbox, whoo-wee, is supposed to be able to run GTA 6 waking up in some jammies. You feel me? It's like light work. It's like brushing your teeth and putting on your clothes in the morning. It's light work. It's like work for the next Xbox. It's light work. You know what I mean? That's going to be a big boy. That's going to be a beefy boy. You feel me? Pause. So, hear me loudly and clearly right now. For those of you who care about path tracing and ray tracing, or having more of that PC-like experience on consoles, I'm telling you, the next Xbox, pay attention, the next Xbox and the next PlayStation console, my God, we are going to see, I believe GTA 6 is going to be one of those games that's going to be at the forefront. You hear what I'm saying? I'm still looking in the crystal ball. It's going to be one of those games that is going to be at the forefront of those two machines and really show you that, man, console gaming has changed on how, I mean, it's already changing right now, but man, when you start talking about ray tracing and path tracing and being able to run the game at a smooth 60 FPS and or even higher, because I do believe if we get 60 FPS on PS5 Pro, right, with GTA 6, then where does that leave PlayStation 6? Yeah, probably 4K 120. Why is that? Well, new CPU, way better GPU, less resources and demand on the CPU and the GPU, faster freaking RAM, VRAM, because obviously when it comes to consoles, they got one RAM that's shared between the CPU and the GPU. Come on, you should know this, all right? And apparently, we might be getting 32 gigs instead of 16. Come on, you should already know this, all right? And so, with all those things on paper, I can only imagine, guys, you're going to be playing your PlayStation 6 and you'll be like, man, is this PC? I mean, all these machines are PCs at the end of the day, but you're going to be like, man, am I playing on my 5090? Well, hopefully by then, 2 years from now, we're going to be playing on your 6090. You feel me? And you're going to be experiencing triple freaking path tracing. It's going to be able to run path tracing like it ain't nothing because of how strong AI is. And NVIDIA is even more powerful and more richer than ever because they're so heavily invested in AI. They're for the AI boys now and not so much for the gamers. You feel me? All right. So look at this here. Let's finish up this article here. So Detective Seeds added that PS5 Pro bundles, which we did talk about this before from someone else, and here we are hearing it again. that PS5 Pro bundles containing GTA 6. And you guys probably wondering, man, this has been the longest time we've been talking about GTA 6. You doggone right. So PS5 Pro bundles containing GTA 6 will also be pushed, as it will be the best console to play it on. Duh! I don't need Detective Siege to tell me that. If you are Sony right now, come on, you should already know this already. Class is in session right now. Sit down, put down the fried chicken and the collard greens. Hear me and hear me loudly and clearly right now. If you are Sony, right, and you have put out a machine that is not marketed towards every single PlayStation gamer or every single gamer out there. It is not for the casuals at heart, especially for the price that the PS5 Pro is going for. You see, when the PS5 Pro was going for $699, a lot of people say it was getting that trash out of here. A lot of people was take that trash out. I don't want it. That console is not worth it. It was just like the PS4 Pro back in 2016. Not enough improvement over the PS5. But when they start to see developers start getting their buck tooths together, when they start getting used to the PS5 Pro and the upscaling magic that Mark Cerny has put in there, it's like a Big Mac with the sauce. And then now people that was trashing PS5 Pro start waking up and smelling the coffee. They start saying, oh my God, the sauce is so good. I gotta get me a Pro. Come on, somebody, and say yes. When they start finding out that next year, the updated version of PSSR, the 2.0, with the same algorithm as FSR4, now people start to wake up. You understand that Sony's been in the business since 1995, maybe 96, over 30 plus years. Their job is to sell you a console, not to lose out on selling you a console. Come on and say yes. Say yes. Say yes. You got to know today that Mark Cerny and my man Hiroki Kotoki and Hideaki Noshino-san is working so hard to get your money. $750. Come on, you know what I'm saying to be true. Because with taxes and inflation and tariffs, we gotta deal with the microeconomics. Come on, you know it's out of reach. The console is out of reach, out of range for a lot of people to afford. So don't you think Sony has to push the 60 FPS sauce on that PlayStation 5 Pro? Because they need your money. Come on and say yes. Say yes. You know today, that's one of the biggest targets. You know today, they know that if they market it as the best place to play GTA 6, you are going to run out there and buy it. Even though PlayStation 6 is around the corner. Come on, that's not nothing that we're not used to. Remember back in the PS4 generation, when we got the PS4 Pro, don't you remember Last of Us Part 2? That was pushing your old crusty PS4 to the max, sounding like a jet engine, sounding like your wife's old hair blower, taking off like a G5 jet. Come on and say yes. Even though you didn't agree with the PS4 Pro, and then you start to see the checkerboard rendering of the fake 4K. Then you start seeing Tsushima. And then after that, you start saying, oh, I gotta get me a PS4 Pro. Don't you think it's gonna be the same? Come on and say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Woo! All right, time for your tithes and offering. Woo! All right, man. So, you don't think, Sony? I just gave y'all a sermon. You know what I'm saying? I just gave you, thank you, church sister. You don't think, I just gave y'all a sermon. So you know what this is. So don't act like you don't know that Sony knows that, yeah, we got to market this thing and we got to push the pro and we got to get every ounce of sale that we can possibly get, right? Before the PlayStation 6 comes out. So with that being said, right? Detective Seed added that the PS5 Pro bundles containing GTA 6 will also include, or with Sony is going to be pushed and basically saying this is the best place to play. This info is from a PlayStation engineer who has provided a highly accurate and verified info several times in the past. They then said, so if you want to experience the game at its best, the PlayStation 5 Pro is the way to go. That said, you are not bothered about graphics. The base PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S will both be fine options as well. So there you guys go on that front. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the sermon today. On GTA 6, PlayStation 5 Pro, Xbox Series X and S, and Magnus, and that Krispy Kreme PlayStation 6. You enjoying yourself today? Restart your phone, player. Okay. All right, so we got something else for y'all. So you thought what? You thought we was finished? You crazy? You crazy in your brains? We are not done yet. We're just getting started, baby. Restart your game. Restart your phone. Okay. All right, so our next topic at hand. Make sure you hit the like button for me. And this one right here got me excited. So if you are someone that is generally excited and hype for what's next from some of Sony's first party studios, then this one is for you. And you remember that lovely, lovely game that my man Jim Ryan, yeah, shout outs to Jim Ryan and everything. You know what this is. UK boys, stand up. My Britain boys, my Great Britain boys, where you at? You know what I'm saying. You know what we do around here. Shout outs to Jimmy boy, Yeah. Let's let the game do the talking, all right? And that game that I was talking about was, wait for it, Demon Souls Remake. That was the game that really started this whole $70 thing. Oh, it's a remake and we stand behind our product. And this is a very polished experience at $70, even though a lot of you guys did not agree. So what does this have to do with everything that we're talking about here? I'm glad you ask. So PlayStationLifestyle.net is reporting PlayStation's PlayStation's Bluepoint Games drops info on next game after cancellation. So this is earlier this year, it was reported that Bluepoint Games' God of War multiplayer game was canceled. I don't think anybody asked for a God of War multiplayer game, but okay. This begged the question, what is the developer working on next? The answer to that question has become clearer thanks to new information revealed by the developer itself. You ready? All right, buckle up your seatbelt because the roar is about to take off. What will be Bluepoint Games' next game? In a recent Bluepoint Games job listing, HT Tech for Gamers for senior combat designer. One specific line in the minimum qualification sections stands out among the rest. It asks that applicants have a solid understanding of combat systems and mechanics for third-person melee action adventure or action experiences. In another job listing for a senior level designer, one of the responsibilities says script and tune key aspects of the content, including events, interactions, encounters, puzzles, and collision. Both descriptions are pretty vague, but they offer a glimpse of what Bluepoint Games is currently working on. PS5 fans can expect the developer's next game to probably be a third-person melee action game, whether this be based on an already established PlayStation franchise or a wholly new series entirely is still not known. Boy! Third, when I only thing I can hear about in my head when I heard third-person melee action game, boy, Atreus to me, Atreus. I'm just playing, y'all. All right. You dare defy a god, boy? Oh. All right. So, woo! All right. This time we're hunting deer, okay? I promise. Okay, so Ghost of Yote. Y'all feel like Marlon is crazy, bro. This man is nuts. Yeah. My cornrows was wrapped too tight today. So yeah. Yeah. Let's get it popping, okay? And for those of you who are thinking about God of War 3, don't be a sneaky son of a gun. Take that out your head because it ain't happening, okay? Okay. All right, enough with the laugh. Let's get right into the next topic here. PSU.com is reporting Ghost of Gote, I should say. Developer Sucker Punch Productions looks to set to remain a single project studio. Yay, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. One game at a time, baby. They have said it before, and they are now saying it again. So, it says Sucker Punch co-founder Brian Fleming has indicated that Ghost of Yote developer will remain committed to working on a single project at any one time. Speaking during an interview with VGC, Fleming said that Sucker Punch is limited to being a single project outfit as a result of our cherishing of focus and time to iterate. Regardless of what the company decides to do next before its next major title, though, Sucker Punch is releasing Ghost of Yote Legends in 2026, get hype, which is a multiplayer expansion for the core game. Quote, the truth is that whatever we do next, whether it's continuing Ghost or going back to Sly, I see you, Sly. Where you at, homie? Shout out to the GOAT, Sly. The decision is really more limited by, again, our cherishing of focus and time to iterate. Which means that we really can only do one thing at a time. If we were good at juggling 4 projects, yeah, we would have a remaster and let's go do one of those and one of those and do some fan requests. That would be really popular. But we only get to do one thing. End quote. And yeah, that is okay with me. So, starting up another quote, says, so it kind of has to be your best idea, right? And that's really clarifying. It's not like there aren't 15 good ideas, but you only get to do one. And by the way, you only get to do one about every 5 years. Oh boy, I'm going to be old, crusty Kratos. Oh boy, by that time. So that choice is really important. I mean, that is choosing your college and your major every 5 years. Got that right. And you could go to Cambridge, but you could also go to UCLA. Shout out to UCLA boys. And you could also decide you're going to go to Peace Corps, but you can only do one of those in the next 5 years. Wow, that's really a big decision. You would better think carefully about it, end quote. So in other words, you can have a bunch of ideas floating around in your brain, but you can only do one thing at a time, at least for Sucker Punch. And it shows in Ghost of Gote. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the draw distance, the combat, the voice acting, the animations, the character, the skin texture. Yeah, boy. Rip to John Witherspoon. You know what time it is, man. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. All right. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think? All right. Now, let's go ahead. Hit that like button for me. Let's see if we can get over 200 likes. Your boy's putting a lot of energy and time and effort into these shows for you guys. So if you're hype, you excited, let's get it popping, man. Let's go. All right. So let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic at hand here. This is talking about Arrowhead and what they're doing here with Helldivers 2, which, like I said, man, got to pay attention to detail, right? You don't want to rush anything and spoil anything or mess up anything at all. You want to get the job and do it right. You know, do the job right. Okay, so with that being said, Arrowhead pushes back Helldivers 2 updates in order to focus on performance improvements. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. So basically, we have the game director here basically saying after the last big update, quote, after the last big update, the Unjust, we experienced more issues than what we were comfortable with. Players felt it, we felt it, and I would say the feedback that we have got has been very justified. We are taking this very seriously. I'm looking at you, Mind's Eye. We're taking this very seriously, and we are focusing way more now on addressing these issues. To make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again, we have made a decision to push some of our content and features updates a little bit back into the future while we are addressing these things to make sure that we can get to get to a much more stable state that we can believe in. I couldn't agree more with that. So that we are already making really big improvements, and I'm confident that we will get there and we will be able to talk in more detail about this hopefully quite soon, end quote. So that is awesome. I'm looking at you, Mind's Eye. Yes, you. Yes, you sloppy Mind's Eye, lazy eye. I'm looking at you. All right. All right. Let's talk about FF3. And I'm looking at you, Borderlands. Talking about restart. Restart what? I ain't restarting nothing. Restart my funds. Talk about restart. You know, restart my money. How about you restart my money in my bank account? Restart my money back in my bank account. PSU.com is reporting that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 director is confident the game will be loved by everyone. It better be loved by everyone. So speaking at a Brazil Games show 2025, Hamauchi-san touched on the fact that the remake project was split into 3 projects, stating their fans would not have been willing to accept a lot of content getting cut to allow Square Enix to cram everything into a single game. He then turned his attention, concluding the trilogy, concluding obviously the trilogy, and the confident that it will be enjoyed by fans, new and old. Now, this is exciting because I remember when Square came out and be like, oh yeah, we're splitting up Final Fantasy VII, remake into 3 games. And I was just like, oh, I see what you're doing there. But then when you start to understand like development and time in between and all this kind of stuff, then I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense, right? But then here we go. It says right here, quote, Final Fantasy VII is a game with a truly huge fan base. We could have cut some parts and turned it into one game, but the fans of the original would never have forgiven us. If we want to tell this story using new technology, it's not possible to do so in a single title. That's why we made the difficult decision to split it into 3 parts. Of course, I already have a clear idea of the ending for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. I think this conclusion will appeal to both those who love the original and those who became fans of FF7 or Final Fantasy VII thanks to the remake series. I'm confident this new game will be loved by everyone. There's no doubt in my mind. He's right. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I think it's going to be loved by everyone, full stop. So there is it, man. Did you guys enjoy the show? I know Thursday, the Xbox Ally is coming out. And I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be looking forward to content on that. So stay tuned. Thursday, I'm going to be vroom, 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 trying to get that for you guys, hopefully. Legion Go 2, we still don't even have a pre-order on that. Hopefully we can get our hands on it and, get that going content wise as well for you guys so we'll see how that actually goes. And Ninja Gaiden 4, we have Ninja Gaiden 4, getting ready to drop. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can do a giveaway on that. We'll see how that actually turns out. But nevertheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. And if you did, well, hit the like button, and guess what?
Hey, this is for all them PS
Boys out there, man, now you know what it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Hold on. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me, bro. You're not hearing me. Let's do this again, because y'all sleeping today. Y'all are sleeping today. Yo, DJ, spin that joint. We're in the Q&A right now, son. Let me see some fire emotes in the chat right now. Stop playing. Yo, spin that joint.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype. Get hype, man. It's about to go down.
Hey, listen, man. You better get hype, son. Whatever it is, I need y'all to be doing this. This is what I need y'all to be doing right now. Wherever you are, even if your boss is like, man, what got into you? You got a little crazy. Did you hit the lottery? This is what I want y'all to be doing. I want you to get up out of your seat, wherever you are. I need you to start moving like this. You see what I'm saying? This is what I want y'all to do. Hold on. This is what I want y'all to do right now. This is it. Y'all ready? Let's go. This is it.
My mama always told me I'm allergic to the fake. That's why I can look you in your ass and tell you ain't. I'm from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But she could pop it and drop it right in your bank account. I be like, what you heard, your body's out of control. The rap, then African gold. St. Jules on my chest, got my foot on your neck. Look, I don't play by math. What you say about math? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. When I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. If he ain't paying rent, he ain't doing shit. I drop him to the floor and let him know that you a real bad.
So what I need you to do, I need you to get up out of your seat. I need you to start moving them body parts. I need you to start moving. You know what I'm saying? If your boss, your wife, your daddy, your uncle, your sister, like what the heck got into you? Marlon Gaming Nation. You see what I'm saying? I need you to get up out of your bed now. I need you to do this.
My mama always told me I'm allergic to the fake. That's why I can look you in your ass and tell you ain't. I'm from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But she could pop it and drop it right in your bank account. I be like, what you heard, your body's out of control. The rat, then African gold. St. Jules on my chest, got my foot on your neck. Look, I don't play by mine. What you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. And when I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Take a picture, baby, let me step back. If he ain't paying rent, he ain't doing shit.
Woo! There's no hope said it ain't Friday yet. Spice up your Tuesday, boys. Woo! Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, that's the PS6 dads right there. Woo! Lord have mercy. Oh God, he said the shenanigans. Oh Lord God, I had to get our energy up, man. I love you guys, man. I love y'all, man. Let's go, country boy.
What's up, bro? Been grinding on Battlefield 6. Smokey put them green cigarettes down. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Hey, country boy, I'm so happy I was able to make you laugh, my brother. Because you know what, man? You know what? I'm an entertainer at heart, man. And I love to entertain myself. And I love to entertain others. Even if it's cringe. Even if I ain't Michael Jackson or Chris Brown. Hey, your boy can hold his own. You feel me? Your boy can get down. You feel me? So, yeah. You feel me? Oh, God, man. I had to do it. I had to do it, man. Them green cigarettes, boy. I tell you. You don't know, man. You don't know. You don't freaking know, man. He said we did the electric. Oh, God. He said, is that what the ponies do, seeing sales charts? Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, that hand on the face afterwards. Lanceville Paul was popping, hun. He said, what your estimate for the game like Ghost of Yote sales-wise to consider an overall successful title for Sucker Punch? Consider there's 80 plus million PS5s out there. Well, I'll tell you this. From what we're hearing now, they already make back their return on investment. I think they made about 100 million apparently in revenue so far. Sorry. And the game cost I think it was like 60 million to make. So typically, if the game sells at least, I don't know, like 10 million, that's like a massive success. 10, 15 million, that's huge. And obviously, if I remember correctly, I think, let me look it up real quick. If I remember, if memory served me right quick. Hold hold on. Copies sold. Okay. So memory serves me right. Tsushima, this is crazy. Tsushima sold 13 million copies. That's a massive success. All right. 13 million copies. So when it's all said and done, it's going to be the same thing because the cycle continues, right? Even if by now, leading into PlayStation 6 and we're at, I don't know, 8 million, 7 million. That's still mega successful for a game like that because you also have to remember not everybody cares about games like, Ghost of Tsushima and Yote. That's not everybody cup of tea, but the thing that helped boost the sales of Tsushima is the fact that it was one of the last PS4 games that we had. So it was on PS4. Then they re-released it on the PlayStation 5, and then they drop new content for it and stuff. It's going to be the same thing with Yote. They release it now on PS5. They're gonna do another. Come on, they're gonna do a director's cut on PlayStation 6. People are gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. You're gonna probably buy it, and they're gonna bundle it with Legends. And, maybe another DLC, another part of Japan, another part of Yote. You already know how they do things. And it's probably going to sell another 5 more million copies or even more. So when it's all said and done, it's probably going to be around, 15 million or close to what the original did. And the fact that the cost to make the game was 60 million and they have already recouped that, you see what I'm saying? That is amazing right there altogether, considering all the things that were surrounding the game before the game was even released. And that's one of the things that I do love about Sony first party studios and just Sony in general is like when you stick to your guns, when you stick to what you do best, man, there's no limit to where you can actually go. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I've said numerous times before, the proof is in the pudding. And some people don't like Ghost of Yote. That's fine. You could say whatever you want to say about Erica or whatever the case may be, or you don't like Atsu as a character. That's fine. Everybody have different likes and wants and needs. But at the core of the game, as someone who loves Tsushima and bought the collector's edition with my own money, okay, I can definitely say this game is significantly better than the original. Similar to Battlefield 6, significantly better. Combat, exploration, story. I love the freaking story. Yeah, some people can say the pacing of the game is not for them because too many side missions or whatever, but you can play the game how you want to play the game, right? Similar to GTA. And so, yeah, man, I would say to answer the question, like for it to be very successful, I would say 10 million, but already right now it's doing crazy numbers. And the PlayStation install base right now, as we speak, have already shown their love for this game by pre-ordering the game. I mean, it topped the charts when the pre-orders actually went live. And one of the biggest version of the game that was topping the charts was the $80 version of the game. So if that doesn't tell you something right there. So when it's all said and done, and over time, I do think that it's probably going to surpass Tsushima. But we'll see. Because like I said, they're going to re-release it on PlayStation 6. They're going to come out with even more content. And it's going to look even better on PlayStation 6. And that's more enough reason for me to replay the game again. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it looks absolutely incredible. Oh, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Lansville. I got you, my brother. Love you, man. I love seeing you in here, my Canadian brother, Lansville. So... if the game looks this good on the PlayStation 5, then you already know, and PS5 Pro, you already know on PlayStation 6, they're going to do a director's cut and it's going to look way better. And that's going to and that was the thing about Tsushima is that people that were missing out on, you also have to remember, people missed out on the PS4 version of the game. And around the time, back in 2020, like a lot of people were like, oh shoot, like, yo, I got to get me a PS5. And people bought the PS5 and then, a couple years later, Sony's like, hey, director's cut. You know what I mean? And then people are like, yo, I remember to this day, a lot of people are like, man, Sony charging $70 for this. But then when you look back at all the content that they actually packed into the director's cut, and also on top of that too, a lot of people did not play Tsushima back when it first released. So it's kind of like, oh man, I never played this before. This game is fire. A lot of people compare Tsushima to, Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, Yote, same, it's going to go down the same path. And and it's not even just Yote and Tsushima. It's going to be a lot of Sony games that they've released on the PS5. Think about that. Think about Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. You don't think they're going to re-release that? Come on, you know the pattern of Sony. That they're going to re-release it. A lot of these games that we're playing are going to get re-released for PlayStation 6, or they're going to be some sort of like cross-gen approach. It's going to happen. Even games that are built towards the end of the life cycle of PS5, trust and believe they're going to re-release it on PlayStation 6. And you also have to remember from the PS3 generation time, you must remember this. And not even just PS3, but since the beginning of console launches, that very seldom you will see a strong launch, right? Where, you're getting a bunch of games to play, like PS2 had a strong launch, PS1 had a strong launch, PS3, not so much, PS4, you know what I'm saying? Xbox Series consoles, not so much. So, let's hope that Sony got some stuff in the oven for us when it comes to PlayStation 6 and games that are going to be appealing to the install base. Because like I said before, there are certain games that, don't perform, as well on PS5, whether it's a second party game like Stellar Blade. I mean, it sold over 1 million copies or something like that in a certain amount of period of time. But then when they put it on PC, it even went even crazier. So that's just that dynamic of how the juices flow when it comes to these consoles and when it comes to these development cycles and when it comes to them re-releasing these games. This is why these companies re-release these games, because a lot of you dudes are busy with work. I can almost guarantee y'all, most of us are not able to keep up with a lot of these games. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, most of you guys are not going to keep up with these games because you're busy, you're working, and sometimes you miss out. Time goes by, you're like, oh man, I forgot about this game, I forgot that game, and then next thing you know, you're in a new generation, and then Sony re-released the game, and you're like, oh man, I got to grab this. So same thing with Last of Us. Look at Last of Us. They re-released Last of Us probably like 5 times this generation, 5 or more times this generation, because maybe some people missed out during the PS4 generation. But if you are a seasoned PlayStation gamer and you are head and foot and nose into Sony, then chances are, that remake or that remaster or that director's cut is not going to be for you. There's a market for everything. And so, yeah, man, look at God of War Ragnarok. Prime example. Like, bro, God of War Ragnarok, love God of War. And I'm not just saying it because I love God of War. Oh yeah, he's biased. He's biased, boy. Like, no. Relax, okay? I'm not biased towards God of War. I'm just saying that game was getting hated on. You know what I mean? A lot. A lot of people don't know that that's Sony's Mario. You know what I mean? Like that's Sony's mascot for PlayStation. Kratos is the face of PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like listen, bro, listen. You have to also understand that Ragnarok broke records. Slap around freaking Last of Us Part 2 and everything like that. It took I think apparently 2 years for Last of Us Part 2 to hit 10 million. And then freaking Ragnarok did it in 3 months. In 3 freaking months, apparently. Right? Which is crazy. And just to show you how God of War is so powerful, this is why I try to tell you guys the strength of Sony's first party. And if Sony sticks to their guns and do what they do best, bro, I'm telling you, that's why. Look at Nintendo. You can say a bunch of stuff about Nintendo, but hear me loudly and clearly right now. That's why Nintendo is still the best in the business. Oh, I don't care for Donkey Kong. I don't care for Pokemon. Okay, that's fine. I don't care for Mario Kart. I don't care for Smash. Oh, that's fine. I don't care for Metroid. Oh, that's fine too. I don't care about Fire Emblem. Oh, that's fine too. I don't care for Astral Chain. Oh, that's fine too. Okay? Because guess what? Millions of other Nintendo fans are going to buy it. Same thing with PlayStation, right? Like when it comes to these first party games like God of War and Spider-Man and things of that nature. And the fact that Ragnarok sold 5.1 million units in its first week. Let that sit down. Sit down and think about that. Sony made back their money a hundredfold, a millionfold times over. 5.1 million units in, bro. If I put something out there to the world, right? If I put something out there to the world and it sold 5.1 million units in the first week. Whoa. You honestly think I'm going to stop making that? Oh, man, I'll do everything in my power to replicate whatever I've done, whatever I did to make that project sell that well or to make that project well received from the install base. And so the fastest selling first party game of all time, you know what I'm saying? In PlayStation history, in launch week history, God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok was another one of those games that was getting slammed. Oh, the graphics and oh, this and that and Kratos this and Kratos that. People still bought the game. And over time, 15 million units. So, yeah, man, it's just kind of like, you know, people are going to buy what they want to buy. Cheeto coming in with the Goku. Wait a minute. What's going on today? Why am I not hearing Goku? What's happening, man? He said Nintendo don't care. Nintendo only cater to the core Pokemon, DK, MK, Metroid fans, and Nintendo only fans. Well, see, there you go. Because check this out, though. Thank you so much for the Goku. The heck, Goku, wake up, brother. Wake up. Check this out. That's what I'm saying. Nintendo is one of those companies that can do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And people will buy it. The core Nintendo fans will buy it. Same thing with Sony. How many times now we've been playing God of War? Since 2005, since the PS2, we've been playing God of War. Same God of War over and over again. Different story, different mythology. Kratos got older. Same God of War. Come on, you should know this, right? People still buy it. Spider-Man, same thing since Spider-Man 2018. Just different part of the story just being cut up, right? Miles Morales, extension of 2018. Come on, you should already know that. Spider-Man 2, all right, just a more refined Spider-Man 2018, all right, and added some more bells and whistles and some new faces and villains and everything and everybody hype and, you know, 10 plus million sold. Like, you see what I'm saying? So with Nintendo, like, man, listen, man, Nintendo will forever reign supreme in our industry, bro. Nintendo ain't going nowhere. Nintendo is going to keep making consoles until God busts the clouds. That's just the way it is. Sony, on the other hand, maybe. We'll see. But Nintendo, they are stubborn and stuck in their old ways. And Sony, too. Them Japanese people, yeah, they're headstrong. Okay? And so, like I said, all Sony has to do is keep on doing what they've always been doing and sprinkle some new. Continue to sprinkle more new because when you go into a new generation, right? Like obviously this one from 5 years ago, a lot of people want newer games. And yes, to Sony's credit, we have gotten new games, right? Maybe not enough to quench the thirst of a lot of you guys, but hey, you know, you got some games. You know what I'm saying? And I guess most of you guys are, ultimately satisfied. PlayStation got so many games, Lansville says, from PS2 and PS3 era that they could have definitely killed it. Says they, with a few remakes and new games. Oh, yeah, for PS6. You know what? That's a great point. You know what, Lansville? I'm going to piggyback off of you. Because that's my frustration with Sony. That's something that I've talked about numerous times on this channel. About, okay, Sony, like, what are you going to be doing? You know what I mean? Like these games from PS3, PS2, PS1, like, we need more of these classics. And we also need the new stuff that you've been said from 2022 that you said that you had in development. So, yeah, I do agree. And I'm one of the biggest advocates for it, man. I've always been saying, like, look, bro, like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, what's up with Killzone? What's up with, The Last Guardian? Like, what's up with Warhawk? You know what I mean? Like, all these games, MotorStorm. Like, I do believe that those games could potentially come back during the PS6 generation. Who knows? And if Sony decide, can you imagine? Oh my Lord. Can you imagine if Sony turned that page and be like, all right, we hear you guys now. We hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hear you. We know you've been asking about these games for years. All right, let's do a little bit like Sucker Punch just said. Let's do some fan service. And bro, I am telling you, if Sony decides to do that, oh boy, PS6 is going to be flying off the shelves. Because it's not about specs and about, floating points and ray tracing and all this tech talk and AI and all this stuff. It's about the games. That's what brought us all together. That's why we're here right now watching this show. That's why I'm doing this show right now, because my love for games, my passion for games. And I just think that, Sony still got it. Have you got Lansville? If you're still in here, look at Wolverine. Bro, Wolverine is prime example. I know some people were already trashing. Bro, that's easy 10 million. That's an easy Wolverine. I'm going to tell you right now. That's an easy 10 million. The PlayStation fan base is going to go crazy on, bro, the trailer got what, 10 million views or over 10 million views now? I am telling you guys, Wolverine, anything Marvel from Insomniac Games, that's going to print money. And Wolverine, people have been waiting for a proper Wolverine game since 360. So come on, you should know this. So why are some people over here shack attacking and dunking on freaking Wolverine? Oh, the game looks mid. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to buy it. But that still does not negate from the facts of people been waiting. That's facts. That's factual. This is not made up. This is not an opinion. This is facts. Die-hard PlayStation fans have been waiting on this game since 2021. Come on, you should know this. So the die-hard people that love Marvel and love Wolverine, they're hype. They're freaking hype. And then the rest of the people who are just shack attacking and ripping the freaking gold out of the ground and everything on Wolverine is like, oh yeah, the game don't even really look all that. Bro, that's the old version of the game. That's an old build of the game. That's not the current build. That's not how it's going to look when it comes out. The game is a year away. Just be happy that they had something to show. Because I guarantee you, if we would have all walked away, come on, you should know what I'm saying to be true. If we would have all walked away from the whole situation, from that state of play with no Wolverine, there would have been a lot of pissed off people. A lot of people would have been like, oh yeah, screw this. I'm done with Sony. And then as soon as Sony drops something, here they are. Oh, let's go. They're back. Why is that? Because Sony just dropped something that they actually care about. You know what I mean? But Wolverine is just, bro, make no mistake. Wolverine is going to be absolutely bananas. And we just need to see, we just need to continue to see more and more games like Wolverine being shown. You know what I mean? Because 2027, if the rumors are true, 2027 is around the corner. Is around the corner. Right? It is around the corner. So there you go. There you go. Marlon and the YouTube money. What about Marlon and the YouTube money, my brother? What about that? What about Marlon and the YouTube money? I'm over here talking about games that we been waiting to see, new IPs, talking about all this stuff, and Marlon and the YouTube money. Lord help us today. Marlon and the YouTube money. Oh boy. Lord help us, help us, help us. Said, nah, Marlon. The hype part is you. Let's go. Oh, you already know, man. You already know what it is and what it's gonna be. And you know what? Because you just said that, yo, DJ, spin that joint. Yeah, money is silent today. Exactly. I don't know what money, bro. I don't know what money he's talking about. I guess if you call $5 in chat revenue money, then okay, it's still money. But yeah. $5 in chat revenue. Wow, that's some really good YouTube money. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate the blessings. $5. Yes, I am so grateful and thankful for $5. I guess you could call that YouTube money. Yeah, appreciate that, my brother. Thank you. All right, so my man Lansville, since you just mentioned I'm the hype man, hey, it's only right to play the hype song. So let's go ahead and let's run it back.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is.
If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype, man. It's about to go down. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2026 is going to be a year, man. We are going to be blown away. Johnny Hernandez says, what's up, bro? A report, Assassin's Creed Shadows is reportedly launching on Nintendo Switch December 5th, 2025. Will you make a comparison video of the Switch 2 versus Steam Deck? We'll see if we could get our hands on it. We'll see what happens. It says, what did he mean by Marlon and YouTube money? I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm talking and I guess making money. I don't know. It's so weird. He said Marlon and the YouTube money. I don't know. It just, I have no idea, bro. I really don't. Restart your YouTube. I have no idea. He said, if you got to restart your game, it's time to get hyped. There you go. MGN fake millionaire status. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. He said Battlefield 6 has a billion settings. There is 30-minute videos on settings alone. Tweak your settings and your gameplay and skills will drastically improve. My man. Thank you so much. My man, Swag Lord. You the man, bro. You're the man. Oh, by the way, Country Boy, we got Goku up and running again. I know 2 streams ago you asked. I just wanted to remind you we got it up and running again. As a matter of fact, that's what I was trying to do because I think Cheeto just dropped something and I need to double check because sometimes, yeah. Oh, let me go ahead and fix this. Yes, smack that like button. Yes, smack that like button. I appreciate you guys, man. You know, if you guys love these streams, man, I put a lot of energy into this stream today, man. I put a lot of energy into these streams. I said, that's good. It says, I got my controller all dialed in. My brother, let's go. Let's get it popping. We here. We here. Let's go. Let's go. We got this. We got this, man. Come on. You should know this. You should know this, man. Okay, so YouTube. Okay, so we got that test. Testing.
Thanks for the dono.
This is a test super chat.
Is to go even further beyond.
There we go.
This is
Yes.
a test donation for $64.
Yes, I have been on Yote, but I've been playing Battlefield 6. So there you go. It says, I've been trying to send gifted subs for the longest. I'm glad it's working again. Yeah, Top Shelf. Look here, man. This right here, I'm gonna drop the link in there if you're trying to do gifted subs. This link will take you, just click on this link, Top Shelf, and this will take you directly to it, directly to the membership. So you can act. That's kind of crazy because I remember you were doing a lot of gifted subs. So that's crazy. Just remember, Marlon is worth 5 million. Amen. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I receive it. 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 New Battlefield 6 has sold over 6 point. No, what? Battlefield 6 has sold over 6.5 million copies in just 4 days. Bro, this is a living testimony. This is a living testimony. When you stand behind your work, and you put out quality games and not trash, it shows. Bro, let that sink in. You know how much money that is? 6.5, pull out your calculators. 6.5 million copies. Lord have mercy. Man, EA and freaking DICE is rolling in cash in just 4 days. This comes down to $350 million in revenue. Let that sink in. Imagine in 1 month's time. Let that sink in. Oh, God. You see how you can go rich? You see how you can go from broke to not saying a darn thing to being rich and rich? Yeah. Good Lord, bro. Yeah, that's what happens that's why I'm a firm believer in putting out great body of work. If you don't put out great body of work, how the heck in the name of Jesus do you expect people to support it? Like, it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to happen. Dude, 6.5 million units. Holy freaking smokes. Wow. Man, and the numbers are going to keep climbing. And has already blown COD out the water already. Wow. I don't even know what else to say. Wow. Wow. EA is swimming in cash. Wow. Sucker Punch need to remaster Infamous Trilogy for $69, and I'll happily pay it too. Frank, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me go ahead and check the votes real quick. So we had 347 votes. Would you be mad if the PlayStation 6 comes out in 2027? 61% of you guys said no. And then 39% said yes. Thank y'all. Keep voting. Appreciate y'all. It says that's what happened when they make a good game. Exactly. My point exactly. I said, did you see what Vince said? Call of Duty only exists because EA was. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. He said the graphics on Battlefield is crazy. Oh, yeah. The story is crazy. The gunplay is crazy. The multiplayer is crazy. Like, bro. Crazy game. Crazy game. He says, what's also crazy, Marlon, is people have already created COD maps in Portal. Oh, my Lord. Bro, I'm not surprised. I'm not, man. Battlefield 6 is taking over, bro. Battlefield 6 is taking over. Oh, talking about 5 out of 10. Boy, bye. Wait, I got to run that back. Hold on. I got to run this back right here, bro. 5 out of 10? A 5 out of 10? Oh, shoot. I got to run that back. Talk about a 5 out of 10. Boy, go sit down somewhere with that garbage. Talk about 5 out of 10. Boy, bye. Oh, 5 out of 10. Boy, go sit down somewhere and go take many seats to your destination. Talking about 5 out of 10. Okay.
Bro. Alright. Focused on the base. We're on mission now.
5 out of 10, my. Yo, 5 out of 10. Yo, let's go. Holy freaking. Oh, look at the explosion.
Defensive position.
Yo! Yo! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! Holy freaking cow! Look at it! Oh! Look at this! Oh! Oh my God! 5 out of what? Yo, let's go! Hey, give me my magazine. Thank you.
Why? We'll have to wait. Come on.
Holy! Oh shoot! Okay, I'm getting Killzone vibe. I'm getting Killzone vibe right now. Oh! 5 out of 10, my. Yo, 5 out of 10, my ASS. Bro, what? This looks incredible. Oh! Bro, look at the destruction. Are you kidding me? 5 out of 10? Bro, I'm getting Killzone vibes.
We regroup there.
He said EA are banning console cheat. Oh, yeah, they've been doing that.
Let's get inside.
Talk about 5 out of 10. Boy, 5 out of 10. Y'all can listen to that garbage if you want to. Listen to that garbage if you want to. Listen to that garbage if you want to. Man, that campaign is really good, bro. I'm saying about a 9. At least a 9 out of 10. At least a 9. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. At least a 9. Nah, it was not bad, bro. Nah, don't listen to all that nonsense. At least some people could have given the game at least a 9 or an 8 or 7. 5? Whatever. That's their opinion, though. That's their business. Phil says, this is super cringe, though, Marlon. What's super cringe? IGN is utter trash. Hey, man, you know, hey, that's what happens when you can't think for yourself. That's what happens when you can't think for yourself. That's what happens. IGN gave it 5 because the guy who was reviewing it said he couldn't land a headshot from a mid-distance. That's a skill problem. That's a you problem. Like, what the heck? Like, what? Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, bro, that's a skill problem. That's a you problem. That's not a Battlefield 6 problem. You know what I'm saying? Like get good. You know what I'm saying? Like, get freaking good. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm the world's greatest. You know what I mean? I'm a pro gamer and I can land every headshots in the game. Like, bro, I do the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? I do the best that I can. And that's all it's not hard. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be no my man Tim the Tap Man or no what's his name? what's that guy's name again? Shoot, what's that guy's name? Doc, what's his name again? I forgot his name right now. The guy with the glasses and the wig and all that. You know who I'm talking about. You don't have to be him or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just, bro, you can't land headshots and you give the game a 5? Oh, yeah, Dr. Disrespect. There you go. You don't have to be Dr. Disrespect or Tim the Tap Man or however, any of those other pro players. You don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on. How long you been playing games? Man, listen, I'm not the greatest, but I try. I try to do the best I can. You know, satisfactory effort is better than zero effort. Come on, you should know this. Like, I'm so sick of it, man. So you give the game a 5 because of that. You said all that's... Phil, you already know that's my persona, man. How long you been sub, Phil? You've been sub to this channel for a long time. I would assume that you have subbed to the channel for a long time. You already know I have not changed. I've been the same Marlon for years. That's just how I get, man. Whenever I see something that looks really good and plays good as much as Battlefield 6, yeah, man, that's what you're going to get. That is exactly what you're going to get. That's the side of me that you're going to get. So, hey, man, you know, like, people are going to always tell you, hey, yo, get good. Get good. You know, that's what they're going to tell you. You know, no hard feelings, but get good. He said, Phil acting brand new. I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess maybe he is acting brand new, but hey, man, the truth is the truth, brother. You know, I keep it real with you guys, man. I always keep it real with y'all. And, you know, some people don't get excited like I do, man. And that's completely fine, bro. Like, if you don't get excited as much as I do, that's fine. Most people, most people, you know, most people don't get as hype or excited about games. And that's why you got me. So, there you go.
Thanks for the dono.
51 hours in Yodi. I only killed 2 out of Yodi 6.
That's crazy. Top Shelf, thank you for the $2. That is absolutely craziness. So, 51 hours in Yote, you only killed 2 out of the Yote 6. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's $70 well spent. That is $70 well spent. You spend some good money on that joint. You spend some good money on that joint. Wow. He said the only thing has changed is Google what Marlon is worth. Nah, man, that's you. Country boy, that's all you, man. You're the only heavyweight in here. Skillful is not in here right now. You're the only heavyweight in here. You're the only multimillionaire in here. I mean, you can buy everybody new cars and houses. You know what I mean? Country boy, you're the man, bro. I wish I was half the man you were, man. You are the man. Listen, I can't be the man if you're the man. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Says I'd rather see excitement than cry babies moaning, which is sadly the majority of the content creators today. Just saying, yeah, that's true. Most people, Mark, is not going to be satisfied. You know, it's just always something to complain about. No matter what game comes out, what console, wait till when PlayStation 6 comes out, the videos that content creators are going to make and say, hey, man, hey, it is what it is. He said, reviews going to hate. I always get fire up with best quality. You can never go wrong. Definitely. LaRue, definitely. Can't wait for Onimusha. Yeah, Onimusha is going to be crazy good. Yote, I have close to 15 hours. Yeah, I still, man, I'm in between Battlefield 6 right now and Yote. So yeah, man, playing the crap out of that. So MBG hardly got hype over Wolverine. His words was, let's go. Are you serious? Bro, come on. Do I need to play my... Bro. Oh, no. I can't do it right now because of the stream. Hold on. Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me pull this up. What? Y'all remember. Y'all freaking remember me. I keep it a buck with my energy has not changed, bro. And y'all should be happy that you got somebody like me that keeps y'all going, keeps the hype going, keeps the energy going, something for y'all to fall on. You know, what is this? A new God of War! A new God of War! It's Kratos! Oh, 20th anniversary! Okay. Show us the game. Show us the game. Okay. 2D God of War game. Now, boy. Yes! Let's go! Let's freaking go! New God of War! 2D God of War game. Let's go!
Longer than I can remember.
Wolverine! Wolverine! Ah! Holy freaking cow! Oh my God! Let's go! Let's freaking go!
Man.
Yo. You gotta get hype, man. You gotta get hype, bro. Come on, man. Y'all, some of y'all just, I don't know, man. I'm big on energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on energy, man. Energy has to be right, bro. Not hype. God of War 2D game. Get hype. We wait 4 years. There you go. Well, in this case with Wolverine, we only got to wait a year, and then we're good to go. You said, Phil, you say, you know we love you. That's why we come back every day. You already know, man. You already know. Ain't no fakeness over here, bro. I'm the same Marlon since I've gotten on this platform when I was literally about to be 19 years old when I got on this platform. And years later, light years later, I'm still the same Marlon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you guys, like, y'all know me, bro. Y'all know me. The hype don't stop. The hype, I can literally go back on all my reactions and they're all the same. Like, they're literally all the same. You know what I mean? Like, I look back at some of these reactions and I'm just like, man, like, that got me hyped up. You know what I mean? Looking at some of these reactions and I'm just like, man, let's freaking go. Especially the Onimusha one. Oh my God, dude. I don't even know where I find the energy sometimes to be doing these reactions. I don't know. But it's just something that just comes over me. And I'm just like, yo, let's freaking go, bro. Like, let's go. Let's get hype. Oh, let me see if I can find, where's my Wolverine? Not Wolverine. I know I was hyped for Ninja Gaiden 4. I was hyped for Ninja Gaiden 4 as well. Oh my God! It's Ninja Gaiden! It has to be Ninja Gaiden! Team Ninja! Thomas! It's Ninja Gaiden! Oh my God! I was just playing on it. Yes! Oh! It's Ninja Gaiden! Said chat it's created a server for this community. Oh my God, it's Team Ninja, it's Ninja Gaiden. It's Ninja Gaiden! It's Ninja Gaiden! Did you see all the BMW updates on Pro? Nah. Well, yeah, I've seen some of this stuff.
Husk remained.
I've seen some of this stuff. It was a massive update too. And I already know it looks crazy. I already know it looks crazy, bro. I already know it looks crazy. Yes, sir. He said, Marlon, I waiting for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign. We're gonna see. The Okami was crazy. Yeah, man. Okami, yeah. Bringing the, oh yeah, here we go. I found it. Here we go. Onimusha! It's Onimusha! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Onimusha! You gotta be kidding me! You got to be kidding me. You dog, all right? You got to be kidding me. I said, what's up, bro? Switch 2 version of Assassin's Creed Shadows will be releasing. Oh yeah, I remember you told me that earlier. On December 5th, according to Bill Kun, Ubisoft will likely be making the announcement. Yep. I said, Marlon, the best was Gears E-Day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that one. Oh yeah. The Gears E-Day one. I know a lot of you guys love the Gears E-Day one. You guys are like, yo, Marlon, like, bro, this is absolutely crazy, man. You're crazy, bro. Yeah, man. I could be crazy like that, man. Yeah, the Gears E-Day one was really good. I was blown away when we saw the trailer, bro. I was like, yo, Gears freaking E-Day. Holy freaking, and GTA 6. Bro, all these games, man. I can't wait to play these games. Oh yeah, here we go. It's Gears! Oh yes! Yes! Oh my god! Gears! It's Gears! Oh my god! Thank you! Yes! 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 Best show ever! Best show ever! Oh my goodness! It's Marcus! Oh! He said, bro, I'm really excited for PS6. We definitely need new hardware, yes! Marlon, hoping for 4K native to 40 FPS. Maybe 120. Is that Marcus? That has to be Marcus. Maybe 120, Shinobi. Maybe 120. It's Marcus. It's Marcus. Oh my god! It's Marcus! Oh my god! Yes! 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 Marcus! Woo! Yo, just going back. Yo, promise me, guys. Promise me. When everything is all said and done, promise me y'all gonna promise me.
It seems we hit a peak far as visuals and performance far as the human eye can see for PC and console. They both running 4K 60 plus. What do you think is the next milestone for gaming far as performance?
Well, in terms of console gaming, I would say at 120 FPS. I think, bro, when you're talking about 8K, like, I don't think you can really tell the difference. For at least some people, depending on their eyes, their naked eye, they probably can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like most people. So I think 4K is definitely going to be peak for years, for generation to come. Obviously, we're going to get introduced to 8K, but then at that point, stuff is going to get really super duper expensive. That's why we have AI, you know what I mean? And I think AI is going to really help alleviate a lot of the expensive hardware that it's going to take to run games at 8K. And so I think this generation, we barely got games running at 60 frames. I think next generation, 60 and up. I think Sony is going to be marketing the PlayStation 6 as like a 4K 120 machine. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and tell you 240, but will there be games that probably run at 240 FPS or 240 hertz? Yeah, possibly. You know what I mean? But we'll see. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Top Shelf, for the biggest donation. My brother, elite member. Give it up for this man, bro. You know what? Because of you, we just got to run the Get Hype song, man. Let's go, man.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Sony Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype. What? Get hype. What? Get hype. If you a Sony pony, what? Giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. Get hype. Get hype. Get hype.
There you go, man. There you go. But I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and heart these super chats real quick. But yeah, that's my belief. I do believe that the PlayStation 6 will be marketed as a 4K 120 machine. That's just my predictions. I could be wrong for all I know. But yeah. And, you know, this generation, we barely got games running at 60 frames minus first party games. I mean, we got a lot of 30. So I'm going to see what the excuse is going to be next generation. Well, oh, yeah. 60. It has to be 60 next generation. Oh, yeah. We can only do 4K 60, which is the norm. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with 60 FPS, especially when it comes to, like, you know, first party games and stuff, single player first party games, or even third or second. That's fine with me as well. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much today, guys, for y'all support, man. I appreciate y'all. Those of you who super chatted to the channel, one love and God bless. Remember, you guys are the lifeline of the channel. So every time you hit the like, you tell somebody to subscribe, you super chat, all that good stuff. It helps us, motivate us to continue to invest in our time and efforts into these shows, because it definitely takes more than just time to get these shows going, and a lot of energy as well. So I hope you guys got something meaningful out of the show today, not just the information that we talked about today, but, you know, some kind of joy. Maybe you got a little couple chuckles here and there. Either way, appreciate y'all for watching, man, and liking and subscribing. Again, awesome week ahead of us. And I'll be keeping you guys in my prayer and all that good stuff. You guys are good people, man. You guys are beautiful people, man, inside and out. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, all right? And so, like I promised to keep his name alive, please have yourself a wonderful one, like the great Edica would always say. And, oh, yeah. Restart your game, player.
My mama always told me I'm allergic to the fake. That's why I can look in your ass and tell you ain't. I'm from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But she could pop it and drop it right in your bank account. I be like, what you heard, your body's out of control. The rap, then African gold. St. Jules on my chest, got my foot on your neck. Look, I don't play by mine. What you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. And when I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. If he ain't paying rent, he ain't doing shit. Now drop it to the floor and let him know that you a real bad. Now pick it up, look at the way that it's talking. I'ma talk back, then I'ma walk. You heard that body's out of control. Rap, diamonds and gold. And she gon' rain champagne like she just won a game. Look, I don't play about mine. What the fuck you say about mine? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. And when I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? Take a picture, baby, let me step back. Look at the way that talking. I'ma talk back in the now pick it up. Look at the way that talking. I'ma talk back in the I'ma walk it. You know